Just a warning, I will be inserting some pictures and videos of how bad my scalp got. It was so bad, like I've never seen it that bad ever. It could make you feel a bit itchy. Welcome back to my 4C experience. Today's video is going to be an update on my scalp condition and everything that's been going on. It's literally been such a roller coaster, and the last couple of weeks has been eye-opening. So before I really get into it, if you are new, or even if you're not new, especially if you're not new and you've come back more than once, I think it's time you subscribe. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button. If you've never watched any of my videos before and this is your first time here, welcome. I have a scalp condition called Seborrheic Dermatitis. Before I get into that, this is me earlier in the day getting ready to wash my hair. I'm doing the video like this today because it's going to give some context which will make sense a little bit later on. I'll be using argan oil to moisturize my hands when taking down my cornrows. But for now, here's the backstory. I never really understood why my scalp was always flaky. It really bothered me, especially when I hit secondary school between the ages of 11 to 16. I was always very cautious that I had a flaky scalp, and I didn't understand it. I know in school we used to make fun of kids who had dandruff. Kids are mean. A trichologist is somebody who specializes in the science of hair. There's also a specific group of trichologists who focus on black hair, so the science of black hair and understanding the different ways it grows, its health, everything, all of it. So I spoke with this woman and she had a quick consultation with me. It was no more than maybe 20 minutes. It's probably seborrheic dermatitis, hence why I call it flaky scalp. I didn't know it actually had a name. So I've just used Derma Organics scalp stimulating treatment, and I will be leaving it on for 45 minutes as recommended on the instructions. With seborrheic dermatitis, it's a condition that you cannot get rid of, but it is something that can be managed and it's maintained, but it takes quite a bit of maintenance. So for example, for me, having to wash my hair quite frequently, at least once a week or every 10 days, and 10 days at a push, I really have to make sure I'm on top of things. If I have a protective styling, I have to make sure I'm constantly on top of moisturizing my scalp and making sure it's not getting dry, because when it gets dry it gets flaky, and when it gets flaky it gets nasty to look at. I thought I'd do a little LOC get ready with me, even though I'm not getting ready to go anywhere kind of thing, and just give you a scalp update and let you know what's been going on. For my lock method, before I get started, I'm using Innocent Hair Care moisturizing leave-in conditioner, Ivy Wild moisturizing lotion, and new brand Love Millie. All of those hair products are Black British brands, just so you know. Back in September, I braided my hair myself. I did jumbo box braids in kind of like a bob. You should check out my last video. I show you how exactly I did that. When I did it with the intention to keep it in for only 2 weeks, but then I had a staycation, so I was like, okay, let me just keep it in for a little bit longer. Before I left home, I was like, oh, let me quickly moisturize my scalp so I don't have to really do it whilst I'm out there. And because I had been a bit lazy with it, I was like, oh yeah, let me just do all the works, my go-to tips and tricks and stuff for maintaining my braids. Let me just do all of that. That was my first mistake. I went in. I decided to use the Cantu Root Relief, which if you've seen some of my previous videos, I always rant and rave about this. It's actually great for relieving your scalp and cleansing your scalp without having to go in the shower. Then I use my Taraji P. Henson Ultra Chill hair serum, and then I can't remember which oil, but I use an oil to seal it in. So I tried to do the LCO method on my scalp. The next night I stayed in the hotel room with my friend, and she was like, you need to stop scratching. And then the next morning I had scabs all over my scalp as a result of my excessive overload of products on my scalp and my itching and scratching, and then the scabs. My hair itself actually got a lot drier every day. So normally I would do the LCO method and moisturize my hair every other day, but since that happened, I've noticed I had to stop moisturizing my hair every single day, which for me was a lot more work than I'm ever actually used to. Throughout October, I just didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, this is just not it. Usually to maintain my hair, I use apple cider vinegar, diluted with water of course. I would use Cantu Root Relief. No, I will not be using that in future. I would use my dry and itchy scalp range, so the co-wash from As I Am, and I would use the hair oil as well. Now that this scalp thing has happened, the Cantu Root Relief is a no. This is going in the bin. I need to remember to use my apple cider vinegar after I shampoo my hair, because with a clarifying shampoo and the apple cider vinegar, it definitely helps the health of my scalp and prevents it from flaking quicker. Put my apple cider vinegar in this Cream of Nature, again, apple cider vinegar bottle. Cream of Nature have an apple cider vinegar clarifying rinse. That is not what is in this bottle. I just like the nozzle because it goes directly into my scalp. What I do when I shampoo, before I put conditioner, I put this in my scalp and let it sit for like 2 minutes and then I rinse. I also realized that as I am dry and itchy scalp, oil on its own is a no. So I'm gonna put that on the back burner for now because I don't think I can use that. I think I need to give it a break or only use it when I use the co-wash. My friend did suggest the Derma Organics scalp stimulating treatment, so I went ahead and bought that. Bought it and I tried it and I loved it instantly. When I washed it out, my hair really looked good. I was mightily impressed. And then 2 days later, this happened. As you can see, it's pretty bad, at least for me anyway. It looks more painful than it is, but my entire scalp was very tender. I used a fine-tooth comb to lift off everything, which took me about an hour to do. I was 50-50 on Derma Organics. I was like, how can it make my hair feel so great but yet be so flaky? I wasn't sure if it was supposed to, like, you know when you have like a chemical peel and for the next like 24 to 48 hours you break out in mad spots, but then it's supposed to bring out all the toxins and all the impurities. My entire scalp, like from the front of my head to the back, everything was covered in flakes. It was lifting like I was shedding like a snake. It was I was disgusted, I'm not even gonna lie. And then I had scheduled an appointment with the salon. Yes, I went to the salon, and this was the first time going to the salon in the UK with my natural hair since I've cut it. So I went to Elite Hair Lounge, which is in Archway, but they also have a branch in Brixton and Lewisham. I managed to go and get my hair treated just before lockdown. What my hair looked like after it was washed, what my hair looked like blow dried, because I had it professionally blow dried, and to be honest, turns out I haven't been blow drying my hair 100% as well as I thought I had. And then what it looks like trimmed. The hairdresser, she was like, your hair is healthy. And when a professional tells me my hair is healthy, it really like encourages me, because it reminds me and tells me that what I'm doing, all this LCO and stuff, it's actually making a difference. So my hair was in cornrows for about 3.5 weeks until today when I just took it out, because I told them I have sensitive scalp, I have seborrheic dermatitis. So she decided to use the Affirm Care scalp relief oil. It wasn't for me, I'm not gonna lie. I started applying it every other day and then I went for daily, and it just, my scalp was still getting very itchy and very dry. It's still almost full. It was about £18, so I'm reluctant to just throw it in the bin. So if there's anybody out there that likes this, uses it and would like it, you are more than welcome to have it. If you want it, leave a comment in the description box. So doing further research was when I then realized that olive oil and tea tree oil are very good for scalp conditions and for moisturizing the scalp. Now, olive oil is a penetrative oil, I believe. It penetrates through the hair shaft and through the scalp, so it's not something that you use to seal in moisture. And tea tree oil is an essential oil, so that's also a very concentrated oil. You can find the diluted ones, but you can also find the concentrated ones. I have Tesco extra virgin olive oil, and I got from Superdrug the tea tree essential oil. What I do is I get a applicator bottle. This was like 99p in a hair shop, and I filled up to there, that much oil, and about 5 or 6 drops of the tea tree oil. I've been applying this almost every day. Some days I do forget, but almost every day directly to my scalp, and that's been helping massively. It's great the fact that I had the cornrows because it meant I had quick access to my scalp. Once a week I would also co-wash with the As I Am Dry and Itchy Scalp co-wash. It's great for me for relieving the itchiness, it's great for relieving the flake. So of late, what I've been using has literally been very minimal, and I have to keep it minimal for a while until I'm confident that my scalp has recovered and can go back to regular low maintenance. The co-wash I have been incorporating into my routine, the hair oil into my routine, and the LCO method, which was already in my routine. So basically watch this space. I will come back in maybe a month or two with another update to see, did these things actually work in the long term? Has it been useful? Is Derma Organics really for me? Literally so far, low maintenance styles, daily moisturizing and applying the oil directly to my scalp, weekly shampooing with apple cider vinegar plus co-washing. Now that my hair is all twisted, I'm going to apply my olive and tea tree oil mix to my scalp and massage it in. Thank you for watching. I'm just going to tie my good satin scarf to sleep. If you have any other tips and tricks on scalp conditions or what works for you, drop them in the comment box. Let's get the help. Let's help other people who come to watch this video, because this is all we're about. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you remember to like, share with somebody who could find this helpful. Yeah, I will catch you in my next video. Take care. God bless.